Hey, what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku back another video. And today I am going to be talking about some of the aftermaths of Raw and really what's going on right now with WWE and WrestleMania. The first thing we have to talk about is the unfortunate news of Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker injured his hernia and is going to be out indefinitely. There's mixed reports on when he's actually going to be out for, how long he's going to be out for. As far as I'm concerned, don't buy anything Dave Meltzer says, because I know he just said a bunch of dumb shit already that, it's happened beforehand. No, it didn't. It happened on Raw when he lifted the announce table. That is when he got the hernia. Okay? Now, WWE decided to basically say that he got the injury on his off day in a workout. That's what they said. That's what they're running, I guess, to make it, because they don't want to say that he got injured by lifting an announce table, I guess. But that is when the injury occurred. Okay? So all indications have indicated that multiple people, not Dave Meltzer, because I don't buy anything he says. If you guys know if you guys have been watching me for a long time, listening to me for a long time, you know my opinion on Dave Meltzer. You already know I made a whole video on him and, how he's a con artist and, all this other bullshit that he's done over the years. So I don't buy anything he says, as well as his little buddy, Brian Alvarez, Mr. Jealous of CM Punk's success, guy over there. But anyways, so Bron Breakker, he's out indefinitely. Where is this going then? So Seth Rollins is injured, though there were reports as of a couple of weeks ago that Seth was going to be able to make it in time for WrestleMania, and that the match between Bron Breakker and Seth Rollins was going to be the slot for WrestleMania. Now that is up in the air because, actually, I don't even think it's up in the air. I think it's just outright canceled, at least for WrestleMania. Because while Seth is rushing as hard as he can probably to get back, Bron Breakker is going to be out indefinitely. Now, a lot of people are saying hernias can be 4 to 6 weeks. Put him 2 weeks before WrestleMania. But honestly, even if Bron Breakker is able to come back in 6 weeks, I do not see a scenario where they bring him back for WrestleMania. Because by 2 weeks, the card needs to be announced by that point. The card needs to be solidified, though WWE kind of screwed up last year with ticket sales being way down this year. They're probably going to be rushing cards much sooner, I would suspect, because surely that's the problem. Not, God forbid, it's not the fact that the prices are astronomical and people are not going to waste their money going there when the ticket prices are outrageous. That, by far, is not the reason. By the way, I'm being sarcastic. But anyways, I suspect we're going to have cards or matches being announced much sooner because of this. And reportedly, the card that they were planning on doing has a lot of the matches have been scrapped now, or they've been shifted. Don't know how true that is, but who the hell knows? But I'm sure there's a big significant change because of Bron Breakker being injured. Because he is now like the leader of the division once he took out Seth Rollins. So with him being out, there's not much really you can do with the division right now. And so that's kind of the big thing right here. We don't know who the Masked Man is, the new Masked Man, because it was not Austin Theory, who was the original Masked Man. The new Masked Man, who apparently is a babyface. And no, it's not Jake Paul, okay? Because some people think the Masked Man is Jake Paul. And I'm here to tell you, no, he is not. Anybody can have a beard. Fucking stupid. Elias can have a beard. Okay? So, what the fuck? Fuck, El Grande Americano has a fucking beard now. Okay? The real one. Okay? The real one, not the fucking green one that we've been seeing for months. Okay? The real one. And, by the way, he's not Chad Gable. Chad Gable's still injured, guys. So, yeah. Anyways. So this leads into the next question. Who is LA Knight's opponent going to be? LA Knight, yeah! Who won the triple threat qualifying match to my fucking surprise. Look, I'm happy he won, but at the same time, the fuck was the point? We know he's not gonna win. Fucking WWE wants to give everybody false hopes, and they're gonna screw him again. I'll tell you this right now. I'm gonna say this right now. If WWE has LA Knight, yeah, as the last guy in that elimination, or the second last guy in that elimination chamber, and it's him and Cody Rhodes, and they have fucking Cody eliminate LA Knight like they fucking had him eliminate in the Rumble, Cody will be booed out of the building. He will be booed going forward. He was booed when they fucking had him eliminate LA Knight. If WWE was smart, they would have not put LA Knight in this match, because the fans want the fans are going to want LA Knight to win over Cody Rhodes. Like, the crowd is going to be on his side. Okay? Like, that's facts. Like, I'm telling you right now, if he is the last guy with him and Cody being the last two guys in a chamber, because we know Cody's going to qualify. Okay? Cody is going to get booed so fucking badly. He is going to be a heel. Okay? Going forward, like for WrestleMania, like people are gonna cheer for Drew McIntyre. They're gonna do that Drew McIntyre and fucking Cody match, okay? Which nobody fucking wants, by the way. Nobody wants another Drew and Cody fucking match. And the rumors it's gonna be Jacob Fatu in a three-way, which I don't know how they do that if it's a chamber, but fucking, if that's the fucking match, nobody's gonna give a fuck. Nobody's going to give a fuck about that match. Okay? Like, that's facts. Okay? That is fucking facts. So, you know, what's the match for LA Knight at WrestleMania? I mean, it should be Drew McIntyre. He should be facing him for the WWE Championship, but we know that's not going to fucking happen because they're going to fuck us over again. Who is he going to face? I still say and maintain the fact that he's going to face Bronson Reed. And I said this a couple weeks ago, actually. When he returned. I basically said it's going to be him and Reed, because and the only way he was going to face Bron Breakker is if Seth Rollins wasn't able to come back. Now, obviously, Bron Breakker is injured, so that just scraps everything to begin with. But I think the only way he was going to face Bron Breakker is if Seth couldn't come back, which I didn't even want him to face Bron Breakker anyways, because he's already faced Bron Breakker on Raw. He's lost to him. So unless he's going to beat Bron Breakker at WrestleMania, there's no fucking reason for him to face him. There's no fucking reason for him to face Bron Breakker unless LA Knight's going over. Okay. Which, again, it doesn't matter because Bron Breakker's going to miss WrestleMania this year. But I believe he's going to miss WrestleMania. I don't see any scenario, even if he can come back in 6 weeks. 2 weeks before WrestleMania, I don't see how you write him into a storyline 2 weeks before WrestleMania when you're going to have to like stack up the card much sooner than that. So I don't see that happening. Him face Logan Paul at WrestleMania? No, I don't really want to see him face Logan Paul. He already beat him at SummerSlam. I'm not really interested in another Logan Paul match with LA Knight. Obviously, Austin Theory is a punchline at this point, and he already just pinned him in a triple threat. The only person is Bronson Reed. Like, Bronson Reed is the guy who took him out. That's the guy he should have most beef with anyways, over Bron Breakker, even though Bron Breakker is the leader. That's the guy he should have the most beef with because, you know, he's the guy who took him out, and he's even the guy who tried to have him lose last night in the triple threat. Okay? Like, that's the guy who they're probably going to have him face. And it wouldn't be surprised if they, now that Bron Breakker is out, I wouldn't be surprised if Bronson Reed qualifies for the Chamber. I don't think he was originally going to be in the Chamber match, but now that Bron Breakker is out, Bronson Reed has to be the guy you put in the Chamber because that's the guy who LA Knight's probably going to feud with for WrestleMania. So that would probably be the most sense to replace him with Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed obviously would be the leader now with Bron Breakker out. He would be obviously the de facto leader now with Bron Breakker out of commission. So it would add even more interest to the feud. It would add more interest to the feud because, you know, this is the guy who took him out, you know, in kayfabe. You know, he took him out. So that's, to me, would make the story a little more important. That would make the story a little more important because Bronson Reed being the de facto leader now and being the guy who took out LA Knight in kayfabe, that would make the story more interesting. But I just don't like it. Like I said, like if he pins Bronson Reed at the Chamber, okay, you know, are they going to have him lose to him at WrestleMania? Because he has to beat Bronson Reed at WrestleMania. He has to beat him. I think he already lost to him on Raw before too. So that's another thing he would have to, you know, overcome it and beat him. That's not saying like that's why I don't particularly like him in the Chamber unless he's going to win. I'm happy he qualified, but I don't like the idea of him being in it unless he's going to win because then we're going to be in a situation where Cody is going to get fucked here because if they fucking have Cody eliminate him, like they had him eliminate him at the Rumble, Cody's going to get fucking booed. Like they are not going to like him. And not to mention, it's also going to be fatigued because we've seen Drew and Cody face each other multiple fucking times already. Like, people are not interested in it. They're not interested in the match. And the whole reason why Drew won the title was because they want Cody to chase it and win it back. Right? That's like, you know, Cody was pushing for that, you know, to chase the title. Because his title reign was getting stale. After he won it back from Cena. It was stale. It was a stale reign because there was nothing really going on after SummerSlam. After SummerSlam, they really didn't have anything planned out. You know, they just were like, oh, Cody's champion, let's just figure it out. And so that's why they did the whole thing with Drew, because it was supposed to be a filler feud, but ultimately decided him to win because Cody wanted to chase the title, which makes sense because chasing the title, historically, chasing a world championship title has always been better for the top guys, for the face of the company. It's always been the better route than just holding the title on for so long. This is why you see people chase the title more, because eventually it gets stale and you need to freshen things up. Austin was probably one of the rare people that I think was actually good as a champion and a chaser. I think he was good as a champion holder because he was chasing Vince McMahon. See, that was what was brilliant about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, Stone Cold Steve Austin always believed that he was a better chaser. I always disagreed with that. I thought he was a better championship holder because he was chasing Vince McMahon. So even though Austin had the belt, you know, when he had the title, he was still chasing Vince McMahon because Vince McMahon was trying to get the title off of him always. He was always trying to take the title off of him, try to figure out manipulating ways, you know, to take the title off of him. So Austin was always chasing Vince. So even when he was the champion, he was chasing something, okay? You can't really realistically do that anymore in today's WWE, okay? The anti-authority guy, okay? And so Cody wanted to drop the title reportedly to Drew because he felt that the title reign was getting stale. So let's put the title on Drew and then let me win it back. But my whole thing to that is we have gotten to the point where this is not drawing anymore. All right, people are not interested in this anymore. Okay? I think LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre would be an interesting feud. I do. And people have kind of already social media'd it too. The chosen one versus the unchosen one, right? You know, Drew was branded by Vince McMahon as the chosen one, even though he failed at that and had to revive himself to come back and win it. He was the chosen one, and now LA Knight has a t-shirt called the Unchosen One, ironically enough. Like, to me, I think that would freshen up Drew, and it would freshen up LA Knight, and I think that would be the match to do for WrestleMania. But, you know, WWE will never listen to reason. They'll never listen to what the fans want. They'll only just do what they want and fucking just expect everyone to fucking watch it, because that's what they always done. That's what they've always done, even with Vince. They've done this mentality that, oh, you're going to fucking watch it anyways. You know, well, how's those ticket sales, Triple H? How are those ticket sales, by the way? How are those ticket sales? You know? So, yeah. I could talk about some of the other things that have since come out. But I'm not going to do that. Because my channel is not about that type of stuff. To one of the theories to why LA Knight's not getting push. Y'all can look that up on social media. I'm not addressing it, but y'all can look that one up. But yeah, it doesn't seem like it's really affecting in terms of his booking though, since he won the qualifying match. But yeah, we're back to square one right now. We're back to square one. Don't know what the fuck's going on. Excuse my French, but we don't know what's going on. And unfortunately, this Vision storyline has just gone off the wheels now, essentially, with Bron Breakker being injured. That is it. Comment, rate, if you like this video, my videos, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please hit that notification bell for all the latest contents. Thank you. Yeah. And that's it. I am the SS Ultimate Goku Moderator. Peace. Also, make sure to, besides the YouTube channel, to follow the Twitch, the Instagram, and do have a Discord link in the description where we discuss various topics, including this one here. Now I'm out. Peace.